Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii, and in this video I'm going to be recommending the best locations you should be owning for each business in GTA Online. There's so many different businesses and so many different locations. You want to have the best ones and also not break the bank at the same time. So let's open our phone and go to Maze Bank Foreclosure. Actually, should we start with Dynasty 8 Executive? Let's actually start with the CEO offices and the agencies. So beginning with the CEO offices, 4 different locations you can get, so let's actually put offices only. By far the most expensive option is gonna be Maze Bank Tower, and the only reason people own this one is because it's the most expensive and seems the most luxurious. But the reason I don't actually like the Maze Bank Tower much is because of the annoying entrance. So if you're coming over with a land vehicle, you would have to go all the way over here and then go up this road to reach the entrance of the building, and same with the other side. You would have to go all the way over here, go up this road just to get to the entrance. So I feel like getting to this place is a little bit inconvenient since it's kind of like a road on top of another road. I do find that pretty annoying, and so realistically, if this is the most expensive and you literally have one 50 feet away, the Arcadius Business Center, I really do prefer this one over the Maze Bank Tower. Not only is the entrance super convenient and super easy to get to, I mean it's literally on this regular road, but it is a bit cheaper than the Maze Bank Tower, so it's pretty much in the same location and it's cheaper and the entrance is a bit better in my opinion. Also, the garage entrance is in a very safe location. I mean, you can literally hide in here from griefers, and you're even safe from orbital cannons. So the entrance to the garage is one of the safest spots in downtown, unlike Maze Bank Towers, which is pretty much completely in the open. So best CEO office location, definitely the Arcadius Business Center, or a cheaper option, which is going to be more on the west side of the city, is going to be Maze Bank West. It pretty much has the same name as Maze Bank Tower, it's just on the west side of the city. Both are great locations. It's just a question of whether you want to be in the center of downtown or on the west side closer to Vespucci Beach. It's a cool looking building on this main road right here. The entrance on foot is right there, or the garage entrance is literally on the road. So Arcadius Business Center, best location. Second best would be the Maze Bank West. Long Bank West is a bit too expensive, so might as well go for the Arcadius. Then for agencies, the most expensive location is the one I own, so the Hakiii agency. It's a pretty good location, but by no means you have to get this one. There's also some really good locations for a bit cheaper, like Little Seoul. This is going to be the best bang for your buck. I mean, this is a really good location just across the highway from Arcadius and Maze Bank Tower. I believe the other ones are a bit more expensive as well, not by much, but honestly, these three are so close to each other, might as well go for the cheapest one. So $2 million Little Seoul I definitely recommend, but if you have a lot of money, the Hakiii one is decent too. Let's move on to some other businesses that are going to be on the Maze Bank Foreclosure website, and there are a lot of them right here. Let me shock you guys and give you guys the best location for the Mackenzie Field hangar. This is totally not the only location you could get the Mackenzie hangar, so definitely go for that one. Same with the Garment Factory, just one location. It's a decent location, but for money making, it's not one of the best in the game, so definitely go for some other ones. Salvage yards, I own the most expensive salvage yard, which is going to be in this location. Do not get this location whatsoever. The entrance of it is so unnecessarily tight, and when you're gonna be constantly going in and out of it with a fat tow truck, then it's kind of annoying. I'll show you guys the entrance right now. Every single time I do a stupid tow truck service, look how narrow this entrance is. Wait, not this one, but over here. I happen to crash so many times going through this place, especially when you're carrying another vehicle with this thing. So do not get this location whatsoever. You want to get, let's see, 2.5 million, 2.4 million. I would spend the extra 100,000 to get the strawberry one. It's pretty much in the middle of the city and definitely has an easier entrance to get to than La Puerta. The most expensive bail office you can get is going to be in downtown Vinewood. So if you have the money, this is definitely the best and most convenient location, but the cheapest bail office is actually in a decent location itself. So go for the Davis one. It's not bad. It's like $600,000 less. Mission Row's about 200K less than the Vinewood one. So honestly, just save some extra money and go for the Vinewood location. Otherwise, the facilities are pretty interesting. The cheapest one I believe is this one, just $1.25 million, but you're gonna be driving a lot, so you're definitely sacrificing some distance and your own time if you got the cheapest one. Not sure which one's the most expensive, but I have the Grand Sonora Desert one. A lot of people like to get the closest one to the city. I personally don't, just because I'd like to have more properties outside the city, just because most are in the city already. This one being almost $3 million, you can get one that's not too far away for over $1 million $100 less. For the price, this is actually not that bad of a location, just under 1.7 million. The biggest bang for your buck, I would say, is this one, but if you want to go for one of the more expensive ones, it's up to you if you prefer Sandy Shores or close to the city. The nightclub has a lot of great locations. I have one in Vinewood, just like a lot of businesses, honestly. If you already have a lot of businesses in Vinewood and you want to go for the west side of the city, definitely go for that. It's good to have different businesses in different areas of the map, as long as you don't have to go too far when doing the missions. So all of these locations are pretty decent, except this one. Yeah, it's cheaper, but you're gonna need to drive way more if you have your nightclub all the way on the bottom here. The best bang for your buck would be this one on Vespucci Canals, just over 1.3 million. Pretty good price, much better location than the one all the way at the bottom. But if you don't really care about money and you can spend however, one of these Vinewood ones are the best. For the arcade, there's 4 locations in the city and then 2 locations basically in the middle of nowhere. Do not get these ones at the top. Sure, they may be cheaper, but it's really not worth the massive drive you're going to be needing to do with the Diamond Casino heist and other missions. Best location, what do you know, the one in Vinewood on the main street here next to Eclipse Towers. The second best option for the price would definitely be the La Mesa one. It's also pretty close to the casino, so when you're doing setups in the heist itself, you don't need to drive too far, so really solid location for a decent price. Auto shops I really don't use that much. It's not the greatest for money making unless they have a double or triple money bonus on them. It's another one of the Vinewood area businesses that I own, but if you want to diversify your business locations, one of these ones would be the best. I know a lot of people that have the Mission Row location. For the price, it does seem to be the best bang for your buck, so Mission Row's solid. Otherwise, if you have a lot of money, the Burton one. Now, me personally, with motorcycle clubhouses, I never ever grind the MC and MC businesses. Therefore, the location for me personally doesn't matter whatsoever. This is probably the best location, but I do believe it's one of the, if not the most expensive. So if you're like me and you never really bother with motorcycle clubhouses, you can go for the middle of nowhere with these businesses, even 200,000. So really cheap business. I never really bother with it. Then best location for the bunkers would be the Farmhouse bunker. This is the closest one to the city, maybe tied with this one, but I definitely prefer to be more in the center of the map. So Farmhouse bunker is the best location, but honestly not that big of a difference between the Farmhouse one and these ones. They're all in pretty good locations, but the one I definitely wouldn't recommend is this one, even though it's way cheaper. You're going to be having to drive a long distance if you get this business in Paleto Bay. Basically 2 different options for the hangars, either at LSIA or at the military base. I've seen most people have it at the military base, but me personally, I just prefer to have it at LSIA because I don't have too many properties at the bottom of the map. And just personal preference, I'd rather have a property at the airport than in the military base, just because it's a bit too far away and I don't have too much to do in that area. The Forza and Kudo locations might be a little bit closer to some of the hangar missions, but I don't do them too often, so I don't really care. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Most people watching are not subscribed, so feel free to join the Hakiii army and click the video on screen now to keep watching. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.